this IELTS online video for Academic Writing Task 1. In this video, you will learn to read and understand graphs, identify their main features, and plan your answer for Task 1. Understanding the details in graphs is an important part of Task 1, so you can select the important details to include in your response. In the previous video, you looked at the 5 main features of a line graph. You can see them highlighted on this graph. On test day, it can help to highlight these or note them down as part of planning your response. You will need all this information for the first part of your Task 1 response, the introduction. You will learn about this in the next lesson. To write your response to Task 1, you also need to choose data from the visual. It's important to remember that you should not describe every detail of the graph or image. If you mechanically describe every element of the graph, you cannot receive more than a band 5 for task achievement. To find the main points, you first need to identify the purpose of the graph or table. This purpose can be to show trends, for example, an increase or a decrease over a period of time, or to compare and contrast information. Let's look more closely at these. Any change over time, such as an increase or a decrease, is a trend. A trend can be described in 2 ways. It can be an overall trend or a trend within a specific time period. An overall trend is the overall increase or decrease over the full time period presented in the graph or table. Here's an example. This graph shows world oil production from 1960 to 2000 in 4 different regions. Therefore, the overall trend in this graph is an increase in the amount of oil produced in each of these regions. Let's now look at how to identify trends within specific time periods. This information is included in your body paragraphs. Often, you will find more than one trend in a graph. Let's look at an example of this in the line graph. By looking at the rates of increase and decrease over different time periods, you can find different trends. Identifying trends and main details on a graph and then describing them in your response is often challenging for candidates. Here are some questions you can ask yourself during Task 1 to help you to do this. How many trends are there? What are the highest points or peaks? What are the lowest points or troughs? What are the most dramatic or significant changes? Are there similarities between points? Are there significant differences between points? For this graph, some examples of main points are: African production fluctuates between 15 million and 40 million barrels per day. Middle Eastern production is the highest with a peak of around 50 million barrels per day. In this case, the response will mention all 4 trend lines because there are only 4 regions. However, if there are a large number of trend lines, it is not necessary to mention them all, and you need to be more selective. On test day, you receive a visual, and as we have seen, you need to make decisions based on the information in it. There is no formula or number about how much information you need to include. Therefore, when you are planning your answer for Task 1, you should focus on what works best for the visual you receive. Here are some steps you can follow during planning time. Step 1. Identify the topic. Step 2, identify the features. Step 3, identify the main trend. Step 4, identify the main details. Step 5, write your response. You will look at how you can write your response and the structure you should follow in the upcoming video.